Welcome back, guys. Isn't it awesome to have shipping actually working properly and making profits? I mean, look at this. Well, we're making like something around, well, last year we made, what, 6.5 million. So the cash is awesome. But where's it coming from? It's coming from our shipping lines. Look, in fact, our top 3 lines are all shipping lines. How freaking cool is that? Look at this. 5.5 million. So it's like we're getting 6 million from our 3 top shipping lines. That's just incredible. All right, so the whole mission control thing with all the windows. I've been trying to figure out how I can simplify all of that. And I think I've come up with a way that we can do this without having all the windows open. So, okay, first of all, we want to keep a track of our production and like be aware like if anything's going wrong. Okay. Well, if we bring up our industries window, but it's like quite a big window. But if we sort it by the production and then just tuck it down here, right, then it's not too obtrusive. Okay, so cool. We can keep an eye on our production. Still see the map. Excellent. What about all the other stuff, like keeping track of all the harbours and depots and all the rest of it? Well, if we bring up the stations, now obviously this gives us like all of the passengers and everything. Now I can sort it by the cargo, but once we start having passengers and stuff, and we don't want to be looking at passengers, it's maybe not going to be like quite so useful. But if we filter it and actually just show what we want to show, so at the moment we just want to see crude oil and fuel, then suddenly this starts to become manageable. Now it's not quite as good as having the stations up, because obviously if we've got the stations up, then first of all, you can kind of zoom in and see exactly what's going on at the place, which is kind of nice. But also, this only tells you like the total, right? So, and it doesn't tell you which lines are which, and it doesn't. And this is the key thing: it doesn't split them. It only gives you the total. So, this is Wellington South. So Wellington South has got like 99 fuel, but it doesn't tell you what the split is. So. Yeah, but I think we can manage with it. Now, the other thing is, I want these windows to be as small as possible. And these windows, you can't size them yourself. They auto-size. But that means that, like, whoops, what's going on there? But we can do something. So, for example, these town names, if I go over, like, our longest town names are Ashton-under-Lyne and Ashby-de-la-Zouch. Well, if we change this so that this is just Ashton. Oh, Ashton. And then we change Ashby-de-la-Zouch to just Ashby. Oh, look, our window's smaller. Excellent. Now, we can go further than that, and we can start changing some of these, because we've got like Ashby-de-la-Zouch Central. Does it really need to be that long? And I want the names clearer, because like this really doesn't kind of spell things out very clearly, because we can't see the A lines and the B lines and all that kind of stuff. So if we made, for example, if we made this. Now remember, in all of my series, anything to do with like chemicals and particularly oil and fuel, it all belongs to Honkelbrief, who's one of my bonehead patrons. And has been a long time supporter of my channel. So I like to give him a plug whenever I can. So all oil belongs to Honkelbrief. Honkelbrief. And for anybody that doesn't know by now, Honkelbrief is a chemical acronym for hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine. And oh, this is what I've been waiting for. We've now got the Class 3 Prussian, so we can now upgrade all of our trades. Awesome. So if we call this the Honkelbrief A oil well, right? And then we make this one. If we make this one the hardcore brief B oil well, boom. And then this is going to be, now which one's which? That's this one over here. This is A. So this is going to be the hardcore brief A. Hardcore brief A oil refinery. Cha-ching. And now, like, suddenly, things are starting to make a little bit more sense. So, this is going to be, obviously, the hardcore brief B oil refinery. Cha-ching. So, what I now need to do is go round and name, like, all the stations and or truck stops and whatever with something sensible so that we can easily see, like what are harbours? What are train stations? What are truck stops? Right? This is the kind of stuff that we need to know. And by the way, this is going very nicely. Look at all these guys. I love it when you get these open flatbed wagons and you can actually see the oil coming up. You can see the fuel being shipped down. But what I think we can do here now, can we do this? I was just wondering if we could actually set this to wait for a full load, but it's slightly problematic. I don't know. I wonder whether we could get away with it. So if we said at this end, now this is the Ashton-under-Lyne halt, which kind of doesn't tell us a whole hell of a lot, so I need to rename that. But if we were to say wait for a full load, and there, wait for a full load. Because I've noticed, I mean, at the moment, they're all full. But look, that one's come up without any oil. So I think we could be a little bit more efficient. The only problem is, see, these can't unload, obviously, until the guy in front has filled up and moved on. Now, if this backs up a little bit, is one terminal going to affect the other terminal? So that's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. So we'll keep an eye on that. And like as soon as I started looking at this, I was like, oh my god, I want to decorate this. I want to start putting buildings around it, and like these oil refineries. I want to put all the oil stuff around it. I am so ridiculously pumped for this series. I can't believe that it took me so long to kind of come up with a cool idea. Anyway, right, we can. You know what? I'll do the naming in a bit, and I'll do that offline. Don't worry. Let's upgrade all of our trains. Should we upgrade all of our trains? Because that's cool. Yes, let's upgrade all of our trains. Let's bring up the line manager. Here we go. So, what do we want? Well, let's filter it to trains. That would be a good plan. That's trams. This is trains. Here we go. So, we've got 5 lines to upgrade. We've got to upgrade all of our Borsigs. Now, how's everything, just before I do this, everything looks kind of okay at the moment. Wellington South is starting to back up a bit, but we'll put a couple of new trains on there. Oh, now, I've got those Borsigs in some of these depots, haven't I? Yeah, we're going to have to sell those. Yeah. But I can do that as I go around and get stuff in. So, what are we going to replace these with? Well, we can start going for more trucks. Now, the Borsig, 122 horsepower. Oh, this was a good point. Somebody was asking me the question, like, why are you only putting 4 trucks on? Right? That's not very realistic. You know, like trains are much longer than that. Yet they are now. Like back in the early days of Steam, right? These things couldn't pull very much. Right? This thing, if I put more than 4 trucks on, 4 wagons on here, I doubt they get up the hill. Right? I mean, this is a pretty steep hill. Right? I mean, for these steam trains, they're not very powerful. Right, so anyway, this is... What are we? The Borsig. This has got 122 horsepower, right? And 20 kilonewtons of tractive effort. This thing has twice the horsepower, 3 times the tractive effort. So we're going to be able to pull, I mean, we should be able to pull twice the weight. Oh, you've just gone. Okay, never mind. So I'm thinking, now at the power rating on these is, where are we? Details. The power rating is mediocre. So I reckon, in fact, look at that. It's it tells you how long it takes for it to get up to full speed, and on high slopes, right, it can't get up to full speed ever. It hasn't got enough power. So I think we maybe run with 6 trucks with a Prussian and see how we do. So we're going to go, get rid of that, we're going to go with a Prussian with 6 tank wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, replace now. It's going to cost me 3.81 million to do that. Biggleswade, boom, it's done. Eastbourne. Now, you know what? Are you going to? Now, where's Biggleswade? I would love to see. You're a Biggleswade? No, you're an Eastbourne. You're a Biggleswade, but we didn't get you in time. Where's the next Biggleswade train coming down? I would have liked to have checked out the power rating. Let's go up this. Maybe one's checked. Oh, yes, this will have upgraded. No, apparently it hasn't. Oh, I must have like just missed that. That's a shame. All right, never mind. I could have seen that actually if I just looked at this and seen if any had upgraded, which they haven't. Let's do Eastbourne. Let's just do it. So we'll go with a Prussian and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. Now, if we had a flat route, because all of these are like really hilly, if we had a flat route, we could probably run 8, or maybe 10's probably a bit of a push, but we could certainly run 8 cars easily. In fact, I think a Prussian should handle 10. So that's Prussian with 6. Yes, replace now. That's another 3 million. Yes, boom, done. Anything upgraded yet? No. Okay, let's do Peacehaven. So Peacehaven, how's everything up here? And this is going to help with our issue on these lines, because they'll be hauling more fuel, which is living peachy. What do I want? I want replacement. I want Prussian. Add 6 of these peachy little tank cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Replace now. That's another 4 million. Boom. What are we next? Sedberg. Oh, we've got one. We've got that one has upgraded. So let's see. How's the power? It's still rated mediocre, but it will get up to maximum speed. Yep, it will actually get up to max speed. So that's good news. Okay, so what the hell am I doing? I'm doing Sedberg next. Sedberg. We want Prussian, add tank wagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And replace now. That's another almost 3 million. Boom. So we've got 2.3 million left. We had so much money. God, it costs a lot. Shepshed. Now, that's not going to be enough to upgrade Shepshed. Now, what I want to see Wellington South. I want to see the numbers coming down a bit. And here we've got a... What are you? You're a Biggleswade. Perfect. So now, instead of hauling 20, they can haul 30 oil. Awesome. Just in time, because we just had a ship deliver a load of fuel. Excellent. So we're kind of sort of staying on top of it. I think we are going to need a couple more trains. But we'll kind of monitor the situation. What's coming down next? An Eastbourne train. All right, so let's get Shepshed done. We got enough cash yet? I'm kind of holding off on taking out a loan. I was kind of hoping that we could do it. I can actually speed things up a little bit, I think. I've got confidence in this. Now this line here, that's where we've got a lot of oil. Now people were saying like over 400, it's causing the production problems. I don't think it is, because we're over 400, and everything is running like reasonably nicely. So yeah, I don't think that's what's been holding us up. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm just kind of stalling. Okay, we're up to Jan 1st. Right, as it's January 1st and I don't have to pay the interest, let's borrow some cash. Let's borrow a couple of mil. And let's get this puppy put in. Ship shared. Boom. We want Prussian. Add 6 tank cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And replace now. 3.6 million. Boom. So, we've just increased our carrying capacity across all of our train lines by 50%. In fact, more than 50% because the train's faster as well. So, that is freaking awesome. Oh, look at this. We're actually getting it down a little bit. But, see, the B oil well has slowed down a little bit. In fact, it's slowed down a hell of a lot. Look at that. It's plummeting. Oh, no, it's gone back up. Yeah. But either way, I'm kind of, like, not happy that we've got, like, so much oil backing up here because it is a problem. So I've been thinking of ways that we could maybe deal with that. And what I'm thinking of doing is doubling up the B line. This is the B line here. Doubling up the B line the same way that we've doubled up the A line over here. So this goes up and down twice, and it gives us twice the capacity, which means we can put more ships on. And as you can see, we're like totally dealing with the oil here. The thing is, if I do that, I haven't got a spare platform at the moment. So what I was thinking of was, instead of shipping the oil by ship down to Ashton, was to put in a train line and ship it over there by train, and then we'll ship by train to Ashton and Ashby de la Zouch. Well, you can just call it Ashby now. To Ashton and Ashby. Keep the shipping line down to West Ham and Tewkesbury, right? And that should simplify matters a little bit. That's what I'm planning on doing. So, let me first of all do a bit of name changing so that everything makes a bit more sense, so you guys can follow this a bit more easily, and then we'll actually do some work. Right, so everything has been renamed, and I've got these indicators on the end, whether it's a train station, a harbour, or a road. Yeah, so a truck station. So yeah, and it's all pretty self-explanatory now. So this is the Honkelbriff A freight station. So that is obviously the train station running from Honkelbriff A. So that'll be this train station here. And yes, Honkelbriff A freight station. The A refinery truck station 1 and 2. That's this little route over here. This is truck station 1. This is truck station 2. And then, for example, if we go over here, so this is the town of Wellington. So this will be their fuel terminal. Yeah, Wellington fuel terminal. Cool. And then this will be Wellington freight station. Hooray! And this will be Wellington truck station. No, that's not Wellington truck station. We're not using that one. This is Wellington truck station. Here we go, Wellington truck station. So hopefully that should all be like pretty self-explanatory and easy to follow for you guys. I hope. Right, with all of that out of the way, I think we can now crank things up and start making some more cash. Is what we need to do for the next stage of our development. The next stage of our development is going to be sorting this out, because we've consistently up around the 400 mark, and I want to get that down. If we look at the two refineries, the Honkelbriff A refinery, its potential is 389. What's it producing? Exactly that, 388, 390. So it's straddling 389. So that is working at maximum production. If we want to get that doing more, then we've got to expand our lines. If on the other hand, we look at the B refinery, which is the one that's all the way down here. This is producing around 270. What's its potential? 427. So, hang on, what the hell's going on there? Well, obviously, this is being held up in some way, and I'm guessing that that is the problem. Yeah, I'm guessing that that's the problem. So, let's get it sorted out. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're gonna double that line up so it can ship twice as much. But that means getting rid of one of these other lines. Look at this. We were at 2 million like 2 seconds ago, and we're already up to 5 million. Wow, money's flooding in. We're at the pause. We're at the end of the December. I can pay off that loan. Let's repay off that loan. There we go. Cool. Yeah, we need to get rid of one of these other lines, so we're going to get rid of this harbour. Oh, we've now got a steam tram. Cool. I'm going to be doing more trams in this. Bickety Bam, regular commenter, and Bonehead. It keeps nagging me to put more trams in. All right, Bickety, I'll put more trams in. And we are doing passenger lines. Yes, absolutely. Right, so I want to get rid of this harbour, get rid of that ship line. So we're going to have a freight line going out to Ashton and then up to Ashby. But that's going to be a fairly expensive business, I'm thinking. So we need some cash. How's everything doing? Everything's doing pretty good. The Hunklebriff A fuel terminal down here. Yeah, another ship coming in. That's fine. Everything's awesome. How are we doing over here? We've got nothing on Peacehaven. We've got 99 on Shepshed, which is like 3 trains worth. Right, you're a Peacehaven train. And we've got a Shepshed train coming in. What are you? You're a Shepshed train. You're a Peacehaven train. I'm going to switch you. I'm going to switch you to the Shepshed line. There we go. And then what's coming down after that? Another Shepshed train. Perfect. Oh, and that Peacehaven train's just got some. So we take that. You know what? We might just have a little. Oh, we're already up to 8 million. Right, you're coming in here. We might just have a little ride on this. Let's see how it's doing. 20 miles an hour up the hill. Slowing down a little bit. Oh, it's into the tunnel. It's following the train in front very closely. I love it now they've got the tunnels like this. It's awesome, isn't it? Really, really is. Really being able to see what's going on. Oh, look, that's a split there. That's cool. I hadn't realised that. And then here we go, pulling into this side of the track. But man, this really needs to be made pretty. There's no trees. It's just unnatural. And then off it goes. Okay, that's sweet. What are you waiting at? Oh, it's another Shepshed train. Delivering another 30. Like, everything is running really sweetly at the moment. Like, I'm kind of staggered how sweetly it's running. Look, we're up to 10 million. So we've repaid our loan completely. We've got 10 million in the bank. We've got a simplified mission control system, which seems to be working, I have to say. This is the Hunklebriff B refinery. Yeah, that's fine. That's the harbour. That's no problem there. Yeah, everything's pretty awesome. How are our lines doing? Let's have a look at our profitability. So, B's making 2.5 million. A's making almost 2. Shepshed Fuel's making 600,000, which is awesome. B2's making 400,000. Yeah, everything's cool. Sedberg. Now, hang on. What's going on with Sedberg Fuel? That's losing money. Why are you losing money, Sedberg Fuel? It does seem to be that it's just not getting like enough fuel. Hang on, there's a ship just coming in. Let's see. That's a B ship with 60 fuel. Does Sedberg get some of that? Let's have a look. Yeah, it does. How much does it get? 14. Yeah, we need to fix this because we're just not getting enough fuel shipped in to satisfy all of our lines. Now, what I could do, for example, is get rid of one of these trains and send it back to the depot for now, because we kind of don't really need it. How many trains have we got on the Sedberg line? Let's have a look. Where are we? Sedberg vehicles. We've got 4 trains, and at the moment we're not using them. So I think now, if I tell you to go to the depot, would you be smart enough to turn around? Let's see. If I say, go to the depot and be sold. Can't find a path to the depot. What about if I flip you around? Yeah, no. Now, I could get rid of this one if I like, but that's got 14 fuel on board. Well, kind of really the only way that I can do this is get rid of that. Oh, wait, just make sure that no, there is nothing inside. Get rid of that. And a little bit of smoothing. High, smooth terrain. Crank it up. Smooth that down a little bit further back. Let's drop it down a touch. And then we'll run a track out from behind this one. We'll try and actually get it to hook onto the track though. Yeah, I can't put it much closer than that. If I flatten that down, let's flatten that down a little bit. There we go. Boom. And then put a depot on there. Where are we? Depot. Flip you around. Pop you on there. Then we can do... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oops. That wasn't what I want. I just spent about 100,000 I didn't need to spend. I just wanted to flatten this off a bit. There we go. Let's flatten this down a touch. There we go. Right, now I should be able to just say, go to the depot and be sold. You silly train. There we go. And off it trots into the depot, and we'll get like, yeah, close to $1 million back, which is nice. Alrighty. So now, while we're sorting this out, we're not going to be losing quite so much money, because this is costing us a fair bit. So there's another train coming down. And it's going to sit there and wait, because we've got no fuel coming in. All right, we've got another. Yeah, we've got another B coming in. Might be enough to fill that train up, but I doubt it. How much do we get for that? Another 400k. Yes. Well, at least we've got that train moving, so that's good.